Warning: this video may contain extreme unethical content. Viewers should use extreme professional skepticism. Any imitation of these actions could lead to severe consequences.
This is the story of Enron, one of the fastest growing companies in the world who lives by the motto, when in doubt, capitalize. Jeff Steeling, non-accountant, has recently taken over the CEO position due to Enron's adoption of mark-to-market accounting. Andy Fraudstow, friend of Steeling, recently became CFO because Jeff promised to make him rich. The auditor, Arthur Aardvark, LLP, lives by the motto, we test blindfolded. David Dunfor, the newly promoted audit partner from Arthur Aardvark, is in charge of the Enron account. And now, you're about to see why these guys are the dumbest guys in the room.
Hey, let me call you back. I have Catherine in my office.
David.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Congratulations on that Enron audit. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm pretty excited, but heard they're a little rough on their auditors, so...
Yeah, I heard the same thing, so don't screw this one up.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try not to. The head partner's kind of been grilling me about it pretty hard, so I think I'm just going to try to make them as happy as possible and just get through this first year smoothly.
Good strategy. Sounds good.
Yeah, I
Good
think
luck.
so. I think it'll work. Appreciate it. How's it going, guys? I'm David Dunfor.
Jeff Steeling, nice to meet you.
Andy Frostow.
Nice to meet you. Well, so I'm really excited for this year to be the new partner on this audit, and just going to ask you all a few brief introductory questions so we can get the ball rolling. Can y'all briefly explain how y'all generate revenue?
That's a tough question. Andy and I here are mainly to make the corrections to make sure the bottom line meets the analyst expectations and our margins are good. But other than that, I really couldn't explain to you what everyone else does in the company to make the revenue. I mean, if you look behind me right here, some guys just came in the room to try to explain what the company does, but Andy and I just can't wrap our heads around it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty complicated, but I mean, it's how business is.
Yeah.
What are some core competencies of Enron?
I'm going to go ahead and let Jeff take this one.
I usually like to say our two core competencies are make money and to win. As long as we're winning in the marketplace and making money, everything's good to go.
Sounds perfect to me. All right, and last question is, describe y'all's ethical environment provided by the top management.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, just in a few words, nothing too specific.
Would you define ethics for me, or what does that mean?
I mean, just try and do the right thing, more or less.
Andy, what's your philosophy on that?
that when in doubt, capitalize.
That's our motto. When in doubt, capitalize.
Well, all right. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Seems like you got everything for today.
Great to meet you, David.
It's nice meeting y'all. Y'all take care.
You too. All right, David, I wanted to mention something to you. We had a little bit of a struggle trying to meet our margins this quarter, and so we had to adjust accounts payable to lower that amount to make sure it kind of met the analyst expectations. So if you could just, not test that this year, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, it has been a bad economy, so I'm sure we can do a few analytics. Work some things out. We'll just take care of it for you.
Perfect. That sounds great to me.
I appreciate it.
So tell me how the audit's been going, David.
It started off pretty well, but I mean, lately they've been having me do some things that I just don't think are right. I don't know if I can go along with.
That sounds rough. What are you going to do about this?
I don't know. I don't think there's much I can do. The fees are so high, and I mean, if I lose this client and they switch to another firm, then I mean, I'm done here. I'll have to go find another job somewhere. So I think I might just have to keep going along. just for this year and get through it.
Hey, listen, David. I've got a little bit of an issue I need to speak with you about. So Jeff and I kind of embezzled a little bit extra money than we thought was going to be necessary. Would you mind being paid in stock options this year?
Depends on what the vesting period is.
We can work that down to about a year or so, if that's right.
A year or so? Yeah. I think that would be a fair compensation for what we
Absolutely.
do. I mean, the vesting period about a year. I think that would be good.
Yeah.
We could work with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really sorry, but we just thought we were going to have a lot bigger free cash flow than we did, and we just took out $100 million, and we thought that was going to be enough, but just don't have any cash right now.
And I mean,
Strapped completely.
and looking at it as long as y'all don't embezzle that much next year, then we should be good.
Okay.
The stock price should go up, and
Perfect.
we should be
We'll
we
try.
should be able to cover up on it.
We'll try.
All right, I appreciate it, guys.
All right, David, last time we talked about how Andy and I sort of embezzled quite a bit of money. Well, it turns out that that's not our only problem now. We're having a real big problem getting revenue, and our expenses are just going up way too fast. They're not, it's been a tough time for the company. And I'm not an accountant, but Andy and I kind of worked something out. I'll draw it for you on the board to see if,
I think you're
see
gonna
if you
like
can
this.
understand. Yeah, I think you'll like it too. So we have our revenues, right? Then we have our expenses. So what we did, it's pretty complicated. Maybe Andy can explain this more in detail later. But we took our expense line right here, we just moved it up to our revenues, and we just called it good. So we set this at 0, expenses at 0, transferred all the expenses to revenue, and then that way, our bottom line, our net profit is just total revenue.
Okay.
Now, do you understand completely?
I get the gist of it.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to make that conform to GAAP, but I don't know. I said as long as it's this year only, and
Of course. Well, like I
I mean,
said,
as long as our fees go up.
I'm not an accountant.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I mean, I am. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. And as long as, our partner's been looking for some extra fees, so I'm thinking 10, 20% next year, I could probably make it work. I could, twist some numbers, make it look all right.
All right, we can make that work.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for working with us.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
When your client's struggling, things go south. When things go south, the clients use aggressive accounting techniques. When clients use aggressive accounting techniques, they cook the books. When they cook the books, you end up in jail. Don't go to jail. Sign up for Dr. Schaub's ethics class.